So this is where I walk away from a project like this because I'm getting frustrated. Trying to put the cluster back in, which looks really nice. You can see the lights work. But dash lights don't work. We upfitted them with an LED kit that's supposed to work, and not one of the light bulbs is working. So now I have to diagnose why the lights aren't working, because they were working before I took it apart. So we have to figure out why the LED light kit is not functioning in the dash cluster. The LEDs we stuck in the clock lights work, and they work with the switch, and they dim, kind of, and then they turn off with the dimmer. But with the lights on full bright, I have no dash lights in my dash. So instead of putting the dash in today like I had planned, I pull the dash back out and or the cluster back out and figure out why I don't have power. Hopefully it's something simple. It never is, but hopefully it'll be easy enough to resolve. Alright, so we have, can't even see this thing up in here. Oh goodness. Should be that guy. Ah, friggin' frack. Trying not to mess this up because of all these additional complications, but it is inevitable. Alright. So I get on that guy and I got light. I can't get it to stay. I need like 6 hands to do this. Dimmer, off, on. So it's just got to be the way the light sockets are connecting with the new lights. I took one out, put it back in, and it's actually working now. So I'm going to fiddle with these and see if I can get them all working, and then we'll hopefully go back together. This is the stuff they don't tell you about on all those car shows where they put a car together in like a week for somebody. It doesn't really work like that most of the time, but that's what big media will have you believe. Alright, so after fiddling with it a little bit, I've got 10 gallons in the tank. We're reading a quarter tank. This gauge actually buries itself past empty when it's completely empty, because it was still running with maybe a gallon in the tank. And this is about 10 gallons. I got all my lights working. Light. These LED lights are polarized, so you have to mark them and verify that they're in with the correct positive and negative sides, or they don't work correctly. I still don't flash well, even with the updated flasher unit, because I took out the factory unit. And unfortunately, because it's LEDs, we have to figure out some sort of resistor system on the lights, because the sequential lights don't work with the LEDs. So it's one more thing to figure out. I just spent an hour tracing the path, current flow on the cluster so that I could get all my bulbs in correctly. The fuel light circuit has some sort of fault in it because it stays lit key on, key off for the low fuel light. So I removed the bulb from that light because I don't want to be looking at a red bulb burning all the time. So one more thing to figure out. I'll have to, I don't know if that's the new sending unit we put in, which I would guess it's the sending unit that we put in causing that. I suppose I have the old unit, so I can plug in the old unit and we can see if it works correctly or not, and that will isolate that problem. So with that, we can send the original unit out for rebuild and have it redone. But at least he can still drive it while that's happening, because that's going to take a while. Turn my lights off. Turn my ignition off. The guys from Jax Wax were here yesterday. They looked over the car, and they'll be taking it on Friday. So now that my lights are working, I can hook my dash back in and get my dash pad put back together, and then I'm pretty much done with this for now. So we'll be pulling this thing out. It's a fabulous car. Alright, so, oh goodness. All our lights are still working. Our low fuel light's out. The old unit's sending unit is in it, but it's on full, but it's not reading full. Let me switch it over to empty. That's full. That would be empty. Will you stay there? Yeah. Stay. Alright, so key on. Empty is right on the E. So when it reads E, it is empty with that gauge. Sorry, with that sending unit, but our fuel light is not lit up. Charging. Got oil pressure. Got lights. Turn signal. Brights. That's progress. Now I'm questioning why that light won't light up. Let's take this guy back off. Back on there. I think we'll probably send that guy back in for repair. Let's see what our gauge is showing. Key on. And that's 10 gallons of fuel in the tank with the new sending unit. I wonder... Let me set this up in here where it's supposed to be. Alright, well, I got this working pretty good. I'm going to try and put this dash back together so we can give this to Jax Wax over the weekend. I'm going to have to figure out what we need to do to get the sequential taillights working. The fuel sending unit's mediocre, so we'll probably send his original one out, switch it out. That's not a big deal to change out, since this car does have a drain plug and you can just drain it, swap the units out. You don't even have to pull the tank out of the car to change the units out. So that's pretty easy. We'll just replace the O-ring when we put the rebuilt sending unit back in it. That doesn't solve why the low fuel light was stuck on and now it's off, which is awkward, because even with the old unit all the way low, it was still off. So I'm questioning the integrity of the printed circuit on the cluster. The tach actually is hooked up separately from that, but I believe the original ignition system was run through the tachometer, and if the tachometer goes bad, the engine won't run. So I'm wondering if that's why this was bypassed in the first place. So we'll have to do some research into that. I think we're going to have to pull the... We were trying to pull the electrical harness out and repair it, but it was just too much for me to do. We're gonna have to find somebody that rebuilds them, and either I'm going to start hunting for a core unit. That way we can just have that rebuilt, and then we can switch him out, and then we can take his old unit, have it rebuilt, and then we'll just sell it off as a rebuilt unit. Sometimes it takes some time to get these things working correctly, and the electrical stuff, I just don't have the time or patience really to do the heavy electrical side of this stuff. It just is what it is. Sometimes you got to choose your battles. I'm much more efficient at just chassis repair and, you know, just debugging, but the electrical stuff kind of makes my brain go screwy. But that is what it is. You in life, you focus on your strengths, and while you want to build your weaknesses, you sometimes learn that that part's just not for you. Let me get this dash dropped back in here. We'll get the steering wheel bolted back up, and then we'll give Jax Wax a phone call, and we'll get things moving. I found the spring under the seat, and I don't even know what it goes to. Awkward. Well, we've made it across town to Jax Wax. The Cougar is going to get some love and attention from those guys. 70 mile an hour, cruises beautifully. Brakes work great. Transmission's shifting nice and smooth. Still got a couple minor things to deal with the speedometer, the rearview mirror, just minor stuff. But it's working, it's running, it's driving. We're having some fun with it. And now the Jax Wax guys are gonna make this thing shine as good as they can. Did wipe off the bumpers. And they are nice and shiny, even though they're, you know, 50 years old. This thing's got a lot of good parts to it. The lights turned out looking great, and now it's time to move on to the next thing. So thanks for watching. Like, sub, leave us a comment below. Have a great day.